Kelsey Cox's Party of Liars, which I think is her debut novel. It's honestly different than any other thriller I've read before. Out of all possible settings, this one takes place at a Sweet 16 birthday party, which at first glance might not really do it for you, but the thing I enjoyed about it and the thing I latched onto most was that it wasn't from the perspective of the birthday kid or her friends, but rather the adults who were there at the party, which I think opens up so many different fun avenues for conflict and tension between characters when you consider all the different performative aspects of throwing a birthday party for your kid. The identities and sort of shiny aspects of life you want to put on display for others. On the flip side, the things that you want to keep hidden from others creates a really interesting dynamic, and I enjoyed that a lot in this book. It all lends itself to what I would consider a pretty fresh take on the thriller genre, and especially so the locked room thriller mystery, which this is. And it all starts with Sophie Matthews' Sweet 16 birthday party, sort of exclusive black tie event for the community in the heart of the Texas Hill Country. There are secrets around every corner and are so incredibly deep-rooted in this specific neighborhood. Sophie's dad is spared no expense for the party. The renovated cliffside mansion that it takes place at is rumored to be haunted, and it is the very one that is hosting the event. Then, just before the candles on this massive cake are blown out, a body falls from the balcony above onto the dance floor next to everyone, and of course, chaos ensues. And you know that this happens from the beginning, and the narrative goes back and forth between people's realization of what's going on in the present and everything that led up to that moment during the party, but you don't know who it happened to, who caused it, who's implicated, or what comes after all of this. So you're learning about all of these characters, their conflict-ridden histories, and the very thick tension between each of these characters taking place before your eyes from four primary character perspectives. First, you have Danny, who is the birthday girl's new stepmother, who has been plagued by self-doubt ever since the birth of her own baby. You also have Orla, who is the superstitious older Irish house nanny who senses a looming danger at this party the whole way through. You have Michaela, the birthday girl's best friend, who is not nearly as unassuming and meek as everyone suggests and assumes. And then you have Kim, the cunning ex-wife, the birthday girl's mom, who has a grudge she just can't let go of. And those perspectives make for a really interesting mix, and when you reach the peak of the story, it feels like things are just sort of humming along in second or third gear, but then they're shifted all the way up to fifth immediately. And it's really quite jarring at first, and it seems like some of these revelations come out of nowhere, but it had me glued to the page, and that shift mostly makes sense considering how things end up playing out and what gets revealed between these characters. So if you end up reading this one, let me know what you think. If you need a solid thriller, check this one out.